That's what I'm assuming. I mean, again, this fear-mongering with this 6-year-old girl who was singing songs and playing patty cake only moments before her death is going to cause people to run to the vaccination centers to applaud when schools are turned into mandatory vaccine camps for their children. And that's what's sick about this thing. I mean, these guys know how to play hardball, and they play it big time. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, taking your calls all night long, 866-582-9933. Iran said the gunman who killed Neda Aga Sultan may have mistaken her for the sister of an Iranian terrorist, the Islamic Republic News Agency reported on Wednesday. Iran blamed the death of the woman, known to the world simply as Neda, squarely on those who would create division in the nation, saying they planned the woman killing to accuse the Islamic Republic of ruthlessly dealing with opposition, according to IRNA, Iran's state-run news agency. Now, who do you believe? They're both propagandists. I'm not sure I'm going to give anybody the benefit of the doubt on this one, but at the same time, and it is just, I mean, no, I don't like watching snuff films, folks. I got to tell you, it's not one of the more pleasant. I know there are people on there that get off on it, that, horror pictures like House of a Thousand Corpses aren't enough. Slasher flicks aren't enough. The new Friday the 13th isn't enough. They actually like this stuff. But I don't appreciate it when I have to click on something because it's made national news so I can see a woman die in people's arms and then blood rush out of her eyeballs, nose, and mouth. No, thank you. Not what I'm into. Wiley in California. Wiley, you're on the line. Yes, Wiley.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what you just said about the lady being shown on TV dying, that was horrible, man. And I had to stop and pray to get that image out of my head. I could feel like it was a watch.
No, it's a brutal image, man. I mean, her eyes are dead to the world as soon as that camera focuses in, and then, you see them trying to revive her, and she's shot in the heart, and literally 10 seconds into the revival attempt, just blood all over her face, and makes it look that much worse.
Like Alex said, you could see the light going out in her eyes, and I could just feel the wash of evil. They shouldn't have put that on TV.
Oh.
I'm calling because... thanks for taking my call. I love your show.
Thank you.
The FEMA website's got a white paper up saying that they're going to run a national drill on July 27th. Have you seen
that's NLE 09. That's National Level Exercise 09. It's the first of its kind. It's the largest FEMA drill of all time. It's preventative terror. It's going to include the United Kingdom, Mexico, Canada, Australia, international forces. It's going to involve all tribal governments, local governments, federal governments, and state governments. It is a takeover drill in FEMA Region 6 where they are going to teach the locals how to spy on everybody and how to conduct mass roundups. It's very loving.
Well, there's no such thing as a martial law drill. And this obviously, they're slowly going to take us over. Are they actually going to do gun confiscation? I haven't actually read that in the words here. But
you know what? I read the entire thing. It doesn't talk about gun confiscation. It just talks about preventative actions to stop terror. That may be gun confiscation. That may be worse. They may be taking over buildings in the name of martial law. When I say it's a martial law takeover drill, it really is, because it is getting the governments to bow down to DHS, to bow down to FEMA. They're no longer going to be running their day-to-day operations. It's going to be international government. And again, this is an international drill. So in some cases, who knows, maybe they're taking orders or working with somebody at MI5 or MI6 overseas or Australian intelligence. This is such a broad drill. And what really alarms me about it, not only is it the first of its kind, but it seems to me a precursor drill. Kind of like you had the drills on 9/11 that I always talk about. Well, before those drills, they had plenty of other drills where they were ramming planes into the buildings and blaming Osama bin Laden. In fact, Amalgam Virgo is one of those drills, and we go over it in Fabled Enemies. It's in Loose Change Final Cut as well. So I think that this is to prep people up, get them ready, and possibly, put these type of actions into place later on when they decide that, we are in pandemic level 6 and this piggy flu is really out of control. So come September and October, we might have to implement this for the greater good. And just go by section 1.5.1 in the WHO checklist for pandemic preparedness planning, where it says you have no individual human rights. You will be taking off-site drugs. Yes, that is a compulsory vaccination in your body. And then they say if you don't take it, we'll just invoke Executive Order 13375, throw you in jail for a year, and take $250,000 from you. It's very loving, sir. I thank you for the call. We're going to go to Chris, Kyle, and more on the other side. 866-582-9933.